Hi everybody, it's Miss T. Today's Friday, and this is the last project we're going to work with for Keith Haring. So we will not have art next week. Remember, we rotate art and music. So next week I have art with pre-K through first grade. Will not be with y'all. Okay, so today we're going to work on our final project with Keith Haring. You're going to need aluminum foil. So just get your aluminum foil, and then you need to find a cereal box and cut the back out of it. So what I did, I just found a cereal box. This is about the size of a sheet of paper. Now, if you don't have a cereal box, try to find a cardboard box. You can mark off your sheet of paper, cut it out. If you don't have a cardboard box, find something that is a little bit hard and rigid, because that's what you need. We're going to take our aluminum foil and we're going to wrap this, and I'll show you that in a minute. What else you need is you're going to need ballpoint pens. Try to find as many different colors, and you'd be surprised at how many different colored ballpoint pens you have around your house. I found pink, I found purple, there's blue, there's black. Just hunt for ballpoint pens. Now that's one piece of art we're going to do. If you can, find Sharpies. Sharpies. Now, we need a black Sharpie anyways, but if you have different colored Sharpies, we're going to use these too. If you don't have Sharpies, markers will not work. What will happen with the marker is when it lays on top of the aluminum foil, it won't be absorbed by the porous aluminum and it will smear all over the place. So don't use markers. If you have Sharpies, fantastic. If you have ballpoint pens, way to go. But that's what we need for today. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to take your aluminum foil and just size out where your cardboard box sits. And then you're going to tear that piece. Do not wrinkle your aluminum foil because you need it to be as wrinkly free as possible. We're going to use the shiny side. So flip it over to the dull side and put your cardboard right there. And then we're just going to take it over to the sides, just like that. Try to make sure you don't crease anything. Wrinkle anything. You want to crease it. And then in the corners, just turn it over, just like that. And we're going to flip it. Yep. We're going to do that to the bottom over here. Now, if you have some tape, you can take a little bit of tape, not a lot, and you just tape down your corners. That's if you have tape. If you don't have tape, this will not be a problem. Okay, now, what we're going to do, flip this over here like this. Okay, take your ballpoint pen. So we've been practicing and drawing a lot Keith Haring characters. So we're going to do those 3 characters that we've been working with all week. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to do the standing person. So I'm going to draw the circle for the head, and I'm going to come out, and I'm going to draw that line and put that hook on it. Here's the other one. I'm going to draw, put that hook. I'm going to come around and make my shoulders. Coming in like this. Going to make the shoulders. Now remember, Keith Haring, he drew a lot in the subways. He spent a lot of time in the subways drawing his, what we call pop art. He was a pop artist. He did not like the formal art. He liked more of a cartoon graffiti-like style. His father was a huge influence on him when he was young and introduced him to the world of cartoons and helped him draw all those different styles of cartoons. See the first person? He was really influenced by Dr. Seuss. He was influenced by Walt Disney, and the man Charles Schulz, who drew the Peanuts, was a big influence in Keith Haring's life. So cartooning. So look around at the things that you look at, books, cartoons, your video games, and just practice that style. All right, now we're gonna do that second one where the one is, the person is dancing. So I'm gonna come right here, I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna draw my head. Then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna draw those shoulders with that hook. I'm gonna draw the other one with that hook. And I'm gonna come in a little bit, right? Because we're drawing the body now. Come down, and I'm gonna draw this a little bit longer. I'm gonna draw the back side a little bit short. So now here is the first leg, like that right there. Then I'm gonna come over here and I'm going to draw that leg sticking out like this. I'm gonna come around. This is just playing around, and don't press too hard on your aluminum or you will tear it. So let's be careful with that. All right. I got that second person who's dancing. Now we're gonna go for that third image, the one that we've been, like I said, we've been drawing all week. I hope you've been playing around a lot. Here we go. I'm always gonna draw the head first. And then I'm gonna draw those shoulders, come out. Okay, I'm going to draw those hooks, come back in, draw that arm, the hook thing. Okay, now this part is going to be the back side. So I'm going to make it curve to a certain point, and then I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to draw out. I know that's where my leg is going to be. Okay, so now I'm going to come this way. I'm going to draw the body. I'm going to draw this leg. I'm going to come down, put that right there. So I know that's where my foot is going to be. I just follow my lines. And I know sometimes it's tricky to do that, but that's why you just practice. And if it doesn't look, well, I mean, look at it. It's going to look fantastic. Okay, what we're going to do here with these three figures is we are going, and this is where I'm going to show you the ones I've already finished. Okay, let's come back up here to this standing person and let's draw our heart, because we've been practicing the heart too. So we're going to put the heart right over this head, and remember that we always draw our motion lines. But what I want to show you, what you need to do, let me find my examples. So after you have it like this is with the ballpoint pen. You're going to take your ballpoint pen, and I want you to see, you can see the different colors. First, you take your ballpoint pen and you color in each one of your shapes. Don't press down hard or it'll tear. And if it tears, just smooth it over. Don't get frustrated or try again. But each one of these, I tried to use a different color pen. Now, if you don't have the different colored pen, you use that ballpoint pen, use the blue or the black that you have. Then after you color those in, you take your Sharpie and you outline your figures. And then remember, we're going to add the horizon line, and we're going to put our pebbles in there for texture. And then we're going to use our motion lines, so those figures look like they're really popping and dancing. So this is ballpoint pen. Now let me show you the one I did with the Sharpie. Now you have to use Sharpie. You can't use a regular marker, but I did the same style. I drew it all in with a pen first. I used a pen, and then I went in and I colored it with my Sharpie, and after I colored it, I took my black Sharpie and I outlined it. I drew in my horizon line and put in my pebbles, and then I went around and traced my motion lines. So you start off, you have this is your very, very beginning. And then if you have ballpoint pen, this is what it looks like. And then if you have Sharpie, you can make this one. And that's our Keith Haring for the week. Look him up online because he's got some really good art. Practice drawing his characters. And I hope that y'all have a great weekend, and I have really enjoyed our Keith Haring week. And I hope that you did too. And you have a great weekend, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.